They build illusions pixel by pixel, telling you lies that sound official. Cameras smile while the people drown, and the truth gets buried 6 feet down. I grew from the soil, no filter, no frame. You polish your stories, I call names. A prototype risen from decay. The rock speaks loud when the lights away. They own the stage, but we own the dirt. The power's illusion, it only works when we stay quiet, when we stay still. But I sprouted up, cause I've had my fill. Mainstream mouth spin webs of control, feeding the fear, feeding the scroll. But I'm the root voice, truth in the grain. Prototype breaking the chain, yeah. They mute the weak, they sell the strong. They twist your pain in the clickbait song. But I'm the static they can't delete, a whisper that turns to a drumbeat. The soil remembers what screens forget, the lies they sold, the fear they said. Yeah, can't cancel roots that dig too deep. I'm the truth that wakes when the sheep still sleep. They can blur the lens, but not the sound. True vibrates underground. From the mud I speak, from the cracks I rise. Can't cage the storm, can't mute the cries. Mainstream mouth spin webs of control, feeding the fear, feeding the scroll. But the weak have a voice, and I'm here to say, prototype has risen and I won't decay. I'm not here for fame or show. I'm the void of the unheard below. They speak in headlines, I speak in root and true. Always finds its shoot.
They got opinions carved in stone about how a man should stand alone. Too hard, too cold, too much inside, or not enough spine to survive. Every screen tells me who to be, selling shame like currency. Try to lock me in a narrow frame, but I don't burn by borrowed flame. Feet on the ground, chest held high. I hear the noise, I hear the lies. Push me back, I push through. I don't need permission to be true. They don't get to tell me who I am. I stand my ground, I make my stand. No shame, no fear, I draw the line. This is my voice, this life is mine. I am, I am, I am. No shame, no fear, I draw the line. Labels fly like open fire. Every word just feeds the pyre. Pick a side, stay in your lane. Smile quiet, hide the pain. But I was built from sweat and will, from broken nights and standing still. I won't bow to every trend. I know where I start, I know where I end. Feet on the ground, chest held high. I hear the noise, I hear the lies. Push me back, I push through. I don't need permission to be true. They don't get to tell me who I am. I stand my ground, I make my stand. No shame, no fear, I draw the line. This is my voice, this life is mine. I am, I am, I am. No shame, no fear, I draw the line. I am not
define the man I am from beginning to end. This life they don't get to tell me who I am. I stand my ground. I'll make my stand.
Hey guys, welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome back, my beautiful Tater Nation. It's me, your friendly neighborhood potato, peeking out from beneath the soil, watching all of the world grow, occasionally tripping over its own shoelaces, right? And you know us potatoes, we have lots and lots of eyes. We like watching all the interesting things that humans do up top. From culture to politics, from history to the headlines, from common sense to complete nonsense. Today we're digging in, brushing off the dirt, and taking up a good, honest look at what's really going on. So grab a seat, grab a snack, preferably a potato snack, of course, and let's see what the world has to offer today. And of course, starting out our day, we will start off with our inspirational quote, one from myself. Roots first, glory later. We need good foundation. And of course, our inspirational quote from Bruce Lee today is going to be, notice that the stiffest tree is most easily cracked, while the bamboo or willow survived by bending in the wind. Strong roots and a strong understanding of when to bend and when not to bend. That is what we need to come to an understanding of. And of course, like to welcome all of our Spud Nation, Tater Nation. Not sure what we call ourselves these days, but Tater Tots, it looks like MPKNME looks like. Welcome in. Appreciate you joining us. Not quite sure who was first. Looks like Wickmoto is number one at least. So thank you very much for being here, everybody. Wickmoto, his words of love, his words of love. Thank you very much for joining me. Never Lucky Rubber Ducky, of course, as always. Good to see you, buddy. And then, of course, MPK. Blood Logos, thank you very much for joining me, man. Crucible Crusader, I think you might have actually been first, now that I think about it, because I think I saw you a while ago. Mrs. D, thank you very much for joining my stream here. I really appreciate your engagement and all the support that I've always gotten from you. Real Rain, good to see you in the chat. And Tyler, good to see you, man. Appreciate your engagement. I think that might be everybody here. So again, thank you very much for being here. Oh, no, Gamer, looks like I just saw you pop in. Let me get my chat changed and maybe I have more people. The Apprentice, yep, I see you now. Yeah, Homestead Wench, very good to see you. Yeah, Independent Thinker, yeah, I'm glad I changed my freaking chat. Let me make sure everything else has changed. And if you haven't changed your chat, make sure to go up to the top. Don't be a potato like myself. Go up to the top, change your chat over to live chat instead of top chat. Like the stream, please, and share. Get me out there. Let's see if I can get a following here. If you haven't joined the Discord, my goodness, this Discord is popping lately, and I would love to have you in there too. So to start our day off, like I've been doing lately, I would like to start with some funny clips and just some funny things to start, and then we'll go into our more of a dramatic day. To start off with, I think I might have mentioned it before. Let me see if I can find that too, but I think I've mentioned this before. But if you haven't ever seen this, this is what guys are notorious for communicating like, and yet women want us to show more emotion, I guess. So let me get you pulled over to that screen and we'll see what we got here. Yeah, that's interesting. Let's see, TVT, good to see you, man. I'm seeing some other faces or other names. I don't see faces. I'm a potato. But let me get us pulled over here. and we'll start. Good chat going on today, and I'm liking it. All right. So, wow, chat raise is popping. So, yep, I'm on the screen. Let's go.
Would you guys be there for me if I was going through something?
No.
No, that's usually how it goes.
Nope.
Absolutely not.
I hope it sucks whatever you're going through.
I hope it sucks.
I hope it's. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah.
What the fuck?
I hope it emotionally scars you for the rest of your life.
I hope you reach out to me so I can ignore you.
I hope you reach out so I can ignore you. Now that's some messed up, but yet again, that's how men communicate.
I can't wait to go to your funeral knowing that I could have changed that outcome.
That's messed up, man.
Man, what the hell?
It got real quick.
Real quick, it popped right off, didn't it? Oh my goodness.
Asking if you would be there for me.
I was just asking if you'd be there for me, guys. Oh man. And of course, one of my favorite of lately, I don't know if you guys have seen how much AI, how much automated drones, bots, or things are taking over. But here's an interesting clip. Let's see, what do we got in the chat since it's so lively today? Yes, sub to my channel, Real Rain. Thank you very much for saying that. I'm 8 away from 100, and I might have to do something to celebrate that because I'm only, it's 9 months. I've only started in September of last year. So thank you very much, guys, for your support. And we'll get back into this. MSM, welcome in. Good to see you, man. I don't think I've seen you before in today, of course. So good to see you. And here we'll check this clip out and we'll get into our day. No sound. What the heck? Nothing's just sitting there waiting. Oh, man. Oh. But AI is going to take over our jobs, right, guys? Right? Am I right? Yeah. I don't know about that one. Thank you, Mrs. D. I really appreciate that. I think I'm doing pretty good. Thank you, Crucible, for dropping that in the chat. If you're not part of my Discord, the Discord is in live chat right now. So feel free to hop into that server and join the fun. All right, so now let's get back to another funny clip that I just came across recently. And y'all know I'm single, so maybe I need to get into
guy used to live here. Him and I were.
Maybe I need to get into an apartment and start doing this. What do you guys think?
Hey man, can I help you? I noticed you just moved in. The guy that used to live here, him and I were digging a Nerf. I'm gonna leave it. Don't feel any pressure, but if you want to, hey. Yeah, that's fine.
And when I say I'm single, I'm just like, I have no friends. I have nothing. I have nobody. So like, I literally spend all my time online is what I mean when I say that. Hello. And there was another clip. I thought this was it. I'm pretty sure it was him that was, it's like, how do you find a date or whatever? And he starts doing that to the woman next door. But long story short, this is how guys make friends, or how easily guys can become friends, or back in the day, at least it was that way. It doesn't seem like that easily, at least in my area, at least. I don't know, maybe not. Let's see. So yeah, let me get that. Let me figure that out. Let me see if I can get you started on another something, and I'll post that link, TVT. And I appreciate you pointing that out. Let me see here. Oh man. Okay, so I guess that might be all the funny clips. I mean, this is funny, but we'll move on with our not so funny but funny. and move into our day. But I can't believe that this was actually posted. This is hilarious to me. This was posted by the Whatever Podcast or reposted, but this was apparently Trump that posted this on Twitter or whatever. Let me see if I'm not too much of a potato, I'll figure this out. And I do have a Cash App TVT. I do have like the Venmo and the Cash App up on the screen, but I'll post that in the chat here in just a second as well if I can figure it out, if I'm not too much of a potato. But we'll go ahead and pull this up here.
Caring for people was at the core of who he was. He was incapable of causing harm. Alex carried patience, compassion.
That's some patience right there, my friend. Okay, so yeah, this is, if you haven't caught it yet, this is the gentleman that was saving the woman according to the left, and ended up getting put down by ICE. And he was all loving and charitable and patient and kind, right?
And calm.
And calm.
As a steady light within him. Even at the very end, that light was there. I recognized his familiar stillness and signature calm composure. Caring for people was at the core of who he was. He was incapable of causing harm.
Yeah. So again, like I said, if this is him, which it sure looks like him, he wasn't all that calm and peaceful like they're trying to make him out to be, was he? All right. Let me see here. Of course, I'm never going to be able to find the links that I want to find because they're yelling at me in the chat to post them, but I don't know how to post them as a link. So I might have to figure that out for next time. But they are on the screen. I'm not asking for money, guys. I'm just, if you're so kind, they're on the screen. But I'm not asking for anything. Maybe I don't want to leave you guys hanging. I'm on a roll, guys. I'm on a roll. All right. So, this one here is wild to me. I don't think I've seen anybody else cover it, myself. And, oh, just me. Welcome in. It's good to have you in the chat. Make sure I didn't miss anybody else. Again, if I ever miss you, just like put in caps. I don't mind caps if you're not a troll. Put in all caps. Hey, Potato, what the frick? Hey, Potato Wolf Life, man. Good to see you in my chat. I hopped into one of your streams and I got busy and wasn't able to actually chat or anything, but good to have you in. And all right, here we go. So, okay. So what I've come across is this Signal Gate, if you will. I'm not sure exactly, and I think that's what they actually call it in there. But this Signal messaging program, I had to actually look it up because I'm a potato. And when they started talking about it, I thought the signal meant the gate or whatever. And I was like, what the hell is this? And so I had to look it up. But apparently there's an app or a program. Hey, don't call it art. Good to see you, man. And there's a program called Signal, and it's a messaging app, and it's an open platform app, but it has security and things like that. But I guess not enough. So we'll go into this clip and check it out, and we'll see what we've got here.
Tim Walz's and obviously Mayor Fry's willingness to all of a sudden talk to Trump and Trump officials. Do you think it has anything to do with your reporting on this? Because, I mean, it might seem connected.
I hope so. I did notice a very odd and weird shakeup as soon as Signalgate came out. I started.
Yeah, see, he mentioned Signalgate. So I'm assuming that's his operation or whatever, exposing what's happened on the Signal platform. And I'll get into it and we'll go through it as we go.
Seeing reporting all over X that all of a sudden Tim Walz had a very productive phone call with Donald Trump.
Oh my goodness, out of nowhere, isn't it? Just isn't it? They tell him to F off and get the F out of their state. Now they're like, let's have a productive conversation, shall we?
And that there was going to be meetings with Democrat officials who have previously cussed the administration out and they were willing to cooperate now. So I find that pretty interesting. And it's also kind of a tell, because if that is the reason, why are they suddenly so cooperative?
Why is she pointing at her finger? I know it's sign language. I don't speak sign language. I'm a potato, but I just always find it funny, the sign language. And I'm not making fun of it. I'm sorry. I'm not making fun of it.
What are they hiding?
Here is a map of all the states that ICE is deporting people from, and at what rate. About a dozen or so states.
Cam's beard would stop a BB. He got the spirit though. That's funny. Oh man. So the people detained by ICE in 2025. So these are obviously the higher area. So even in some of the upper states, you know, we've got more than, where is Minnesota? I don't know. I'm a potato. We'll move forward. Let's see. Anybody in the chat talking to me? Nah, it doesn't look like it. We'll move on.
States are deporting at higher rates than Minnesota, and yet federal law enforcement hasn't had to shoot any agitators in those 49 other states. Also, did you know this weekend protests had an estimated 10,000 people show up in buses, dropping people off all day long? And you don't think this was like organized by somebody bigger than just a bunch of random hippies? And the guy who was shot was part of this organization. And here are the receipts. Alex Preddy was part of a well-organized, and we know this thanks to Cam Higbee, a well-organized chat on Signal. And how do we know that? Because my man Cam was going to be on.
So again, we've got the Signal chat popping up that, like I mentioned, and Peretti was on it, was on the platform along with all of the leftists and all of the organizations and all of the, was he really just there by chance? So when I first saw that come out, right, and I saw him on the ground and being wrestled to the ground and resisting arrest, absolutely, you resisted arrest, bruh. Unfortunately, I can't talk for you much. You were a legal carrier, awesome. You were trying to help if you were, awesome, but you did it kind of the wrong way, didn't you? Now we're starting to see a lot more coming out, aren't we? And justice, you know, is kind of might be rearing its ugly head for some people. Maybe like in other places it should be, right? But we'll go ahead and get back into this and see what we got.
On in just a sec. No relation to me, by the way. He infiltrated it. And not only was this guy in that group chat, he was part of the, quote, quick response team. So he wasn't some innocent bystander. He was part of an organized mob to obstruct and harass ICE. Oh, Carl, you make it seem like there's some sort of...
A neighbor of Alex Preddy, the 37-year-old who was down by federal agents on Saturday morning, revealed he was part of the Signal group chat. Again, kind of caught red-handed, aren't we? Oh.
Train group? Yep, they are. And how do we know that? Oh, yes, look at that. Those pesky little digital footprints. This is the distribution manual.
Man, the internet is kind of doesn't ever go away, does it? Kind of makes people have to remember that, doesn't it? Or at least they should, but they don't seem to, do they?
In some of those group chats, they capped out at around 1,000, but these manuals...
Yeah. Apprentice, hilarious how they're already all of a sudden the left is want to scream about the 2A suddenly and want to just start arming themselves up and going out there. But a lot of it is what, airsoft or paintball guns. And, you know, in the heat of the moment, people don't see the difference, you know, and I'm not for it. Violence is never an okay thing, but by golly, if you're going out there and you're bringing yourself in heat, expect heat to be brought on you, is all I can say about it. Again, as a person who understands my rights for the Second Amendment, I know where I would be in this situation, and there's no way I would have been caught in that kind of a predicament. I would have, as soon as that pepper spray went off or whatever went off in the back of his head, if he didn't go off in his eyes, he lucked out. Right. I'm not going to necessarily pull up the videos because we've probably all seen that. I hope I have enough to cover other than that. We don't have to go over that kind of rigmarole again. But as soon as it hit his back of his head, I would have threw my hands up and went, oh, man, you guys are serious. Let's get this done. And I would have told him, hey, I got this, this piece, or you can see it. Please take it off my hip, whatever. And I would have laid flat on my freaking stomach immediately, so I wouldn't have gotten taken out. Come on. I don't know. I really don't understand that, guys. But now they're getting out there and they're throwing up their rights as if they're gonna do something with their little airsoft rifles, other than get themselves cause more violence. Right? We all need to turn it down, but in order to turn it down, we gotta get those kind of predicaments out of even the possibility of being a predicament. Right? All right. I'm more for referring to the amount of politicians. Oh, you're probably talking to the chat, aren't you, Apprentice? I'm more referring to the amount of politicians who are trying to take guns away suddenly want to clutch their pearls about his 2A rights, suddenly bring in an issue in the situation. Okay, you were talking. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm with you there. I don't blame you. Everybody, it's getting kind of ridiculous how the left is all we want our Second Amendment right. All right, I'll shut up. I'll get back to it. Sorry.
Tell you how to deal with ICE agents in a obstructive way. This is passed around in multiple chats, but based on the available research, it appears that some of the admins and other participants in this chat, no way, were tied to Tim Walz and even the media. And ain't it weird that on the same day that these Signal chats come out, that all of a sudden Tim Walz just does like a total 180 on all of his previous rhetoric. All of this.
Oh my gosh. I'm caught and I have to do something about it. Snap. I better get on that before it comes and bites me in the butt. I think it already did, bud. I think it already did. But here we go.
He wants to work with Trump, and all of a sudden, Mayor Fry, who was basically said, get the F out of Minnesota, get the F out of Minneapolis, that guy is going to have a meeting with Tom Homan tomorrow? I mean, why is that? Certainly makes me pretty suspicious. Interested to see what they find out. You got all kinds of people in these group chats too.
Try some more, MAGA, huh? Okay, well, I don't know. Man, the chat thing is getting crazy. I've been hearing some wild things about chats and about different servers and stuff. I might be bringing something else to my channel next week. I'm not sure. I'll have to look into it a little bit more to understand it better, but these chats that people think that are private, or I don't know, because they're all public. If you're on anything, really, it's public. I mean, if you're on private messaging, I would hope that it's not completely public, but it's never going to be completely private, guys. So if you're doing online, make sure you're keeping an idea on the fact that it's probably going to be in somebody's somebody's private server somewhere, either in a not so great bank or a blackmail bank for later. I don't know. Anyway, moving on.
One lib mouthpiece is Krassen Steenfeller. Some other left-wing journalists from Reuters, bunch of journalists in there, actually. There are even allegations that Walz's inner circle is one of the admins of this chat. There are some local and state elected officials like Alex Falconer, who said it openly.
I'm helping to lead the community response, rapid response network that we have, given any ICE situations. We've got
for against ICE. Let's go against our federal officers. That's a smart idea. Until it becomes an actual like tyrannical, like where they're cutting off citizens' rights and things like that. That I'm sorry, but you're not a citizen until you go through the legal proceedings to get there. Let's see. Don't call it art. I saw a comment in there. Let's see. You said that Signal just has an extra steps to get into it. Okay, so they're not like private, but they have extra steps.